Hey everyone, this is Mugen FK7 and today I was going to be doing a quick but informative channel update on my car. So there's been a lot to think about since I last posted my video, which was talking about my final mod list on my FK7 and also telling you guys that my trans is slipping and that I plan to move to FK8 Type R. So I thought a lot about it and I've looked obviously at a lot of the prices in my area. So the thing is the FK8 Type R, so around the 28 from years around 2018 to around 2021, for around less than 30,000 miles, they go for anywhere between 40,000 to even some as high up to $45,000, and that's on a 2021 model, which is insane. I even saw a 2018 Civic Type R with around 28,000 miles, and they're asking for $40,000, which is, it's a lot of money, especially in 2023. That car is 5 years old, right? When the 2018 Type R first came out, it was supposed to be around 35 grand MSRP. And here we are 5 years later, a 5-year-old car with 30,000 miles, still asking for 40,000. And that's on a better end, Obviously, there are some like cheaper Civic Type Rs that I found for like $34,000. I mean, 34,000. But they had 60,000 miles or more, and that's a lot. I don't want to be putting that much money in for a 60, 70,000 mile car. That's just absurd to me, right? Especially when a Civic Type R should have been only $35,000 MSRP. And yeah, so I've been thinking a lot about it, especially in terms of power. I know that it's kind of like a money pit. It's not the Type R engine, don't get me wrong, is a very good engine. I mean, compared to like a STI, a GR Corolla, the competition, it offers a very good engine. But when we look at the used market and what you can buy for around 45 grand, there comes a lot of options, right? So the car that I actually been looking at a lot more recently than a Civic Type R was the, you guessed it, M340i. So why is this not surprising? The M340i has the B58 motor, which us car enthusiasts know it has so much potential for power. I mean, it's an inline six that's used in the Supra. I mean, it makes 382 brake horsepower stock, and we know that BMW underrates their horsepower. I've seen it in countless races. Stock, the freaking M340i just zooms by everybody from a dig and from a roll. It beats Challenger Scat Packs from a roll. You're beating a freaking Scat Pack in a roll. That's crazy. Stock too, and you're also beating pretty much everybody 0 to 60 wise stock, especially with X Drive. The car I'm looking at, specifically is rear-wheel drive. One, is a lot cheaper to find, and not only is it lighter, but it also has a better steering feel because it's rear-wheel drive. But I've been looking at it a lot because in my area there are a decent amount of M340i's that are used with like less than 35,000 miles, and they go for anywhere between $40,000 to like $45,000, and I think that's so much of a better bargain than a Civic Type R, because you're asking around maybe like 2 to 3 grand more on average than a Civic Type R, but you get a more luxurious car. It's got ambient lighting, way bigger screen, nicer touching knobs, leather seats. I mean, yes, the Type R has really good seats, but ultimately it's not the same as a BMW luxurious, M light car. And that's where it comes in just pricing. Now, for aftermarkets, support, you can, with enough money, you can make anything fast. But when doing research, I found that an M340i can make a crap ton more power for a fraction of the cost. I mean, let's be real, an inline six, B58 is gonna smoke a Type R 2-liter engine any day of the week, right? A Type R engine, realistically, with full bolt-ons, a custom tune on 91 or 93 octane, is only going to be maxing out on 370 to 380 wheel horsepower. And that's already really good, right? That's still pretty fast on the streets. You'll be able to beat most people, but obviously for Civic, for like daily driving, it's gonna be pretty good. But the torque is gonna be maxed out around like 390, near 400 torque. And that's pretty much how it's always gonna be, even if you do full bolt-ons, I mean, a big turbo, E85, flex fuel kit and everything. I remember reading that like Type R owners had to limit their wheel torque to like 450, 460, because the trans can't, well, not the trans, but the motor can't handle that much torque. It, like, especially the rods are pretty small. Like, basically, what I'm just trying to say is a Type R engine is just not very good compared to a B58 engine. The B58 engine, like, with a freaking JB4, it's not even a real tune. It's just a piggyback tune. With a freaking JB4, it's already hitting like what, 430 wheel horsepower on just 91 octane. And not to mention, if you do catless downpipe and E85, you're hitting near 500 wheel horsepower in like, I think 580 torque. You're pretty much gonna be like supercar speeds, right? Well, obviously not supercar nowadays, but still near supercar speeds from like 10 years ago, and with just like a $2,000 worth of mods. And the B58 we heard is really reliable. It's the same motor that they use in the Supra. Toyota approves. But yeah, so that's pretty much my thought for it. That's my thoughts for it right now. I'm not like quick to jump onto anything. I'm still daily driving my Civic. And the funny thing is, like, I spent so much money and so much time like working on this Civic to get to where it is now, just for me to like not even really like think too much about it, just daily driving. I mean, what have I done? Full bolt-ons, turbo, E85, custom spoiler, you know, like freaking Mugen diffuser, Mugen lights, forged wheels, lowering springs, carbon fiber hood. Like I made it look good. I gave it plenty like of power mods. I've done like pretty much all I can do on a freaking CVT, and yet I'm already so ready just to move on to the next car. But realistically, with the prices that are on there right now, I'm just gonna wait like another year, try to save up some more money before I can jump onto the next car. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. So I'm actually really curious. I've been asking a lot of people like to see what their opinions are. A lot of people are like leaning more to the M340i. So that's why I'm leaning more to the M340i. It makes more sense on paper. But I just want to hear what you guys think in the comments. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are still watching, please just comment or just like tell me what you think about this choice. All right, bye.